Hi, I'm Kau'ialapa, age 54, and I have dyslexia. I didn't realize I had dyslexia until in my young adult years when I started putting two and two together. Then a few years ago, I learned more in depth. And looking back, it never truly bothered me nor affected my confidence because I knew I was smart. As a little girl, it was tough at times if I didn't fully understand the teacher's instructions, which could cause a domino effect of confusion. So when I would read a book, sometimes, depending on the circumstances, letters would dance in the air. I got easily distracted, daydreamed a lot. I would write backwards from right to left with inverted letters until a teacher in kindergarten put an X on my left hand. So before I began writing, I would just simply look at it. She made it very simple. She never made me feel like I had a problem. However, at a different elementary school, my teacher put me into a separate room to work on a machine so I could practice articulating consonants and vowels. However, the moment I walked in, I became cognizant of the atmosphere of the room because I saw special needs kids. I knew it because they looked and acted differently from me. I realized suddenly that my teacher must think I was one of them, and that deeply saddened me because I knew it wasn't true. And if only somebody had explained it to me, it would not have left a tattoo of hurt. And speaking of, my mother had recently revealed to me that she believed she had dyslexia as a child. I was shocked to learn that her father, who was an elementary school principal, told her that she was the dumbest kid in the entire school. I was horrified to learn that he was the cause who created a monster in my mother who would beat me up every time I couldn't read. I guess I had reminded her of her childhood pain. So I had to hide my homework, and I taught myself everything because I love learning. I knew I was intelligent. And what was interesting, fast forward, was that college seemed to complement my dyslexic mind, which I thought it was fast and furious. I remember taking 23 credits in one semester, which is double full-time status, so I could catch up with my sisters ahead of me. I believe I could not have done it without being dyslexic. In the workforce, when I worked for the governor, I was singled out as a key person to edit and proofread documents or media press releases before it would go to the governor for approval or for signature. People would ask me, how did you do it? How did you work so fast to edit and proofread? And I happily responded that, well, you have to be dyslexic to do this. I realized dyslexia gave me an edge. I will admit, though, that I still get distracted and lost in staff meetings and sometimes forget about instructions right after. But it does require extreme efforts to stay focused, especially because your livelihood depends on it. Fortunately, technology has helped me in so many ways, primarily not to fall behind. And what's interesting is that I didn't do well in math, but I've been in charge of our office budget for years, which again I credit dyslexia for giving me the ability to analyze patterns, sequencing, projections, and what have you. In short, I have been paid numerous pay raises, and in recognition of my hard work, and I know working smarter because of technology. And I'm convinced that dyslexia is a gift to be harnessed for the greater good.
You mentioned dyslexia has given you an edge. What do you mean that it gave you an edge?
Well, my dyslexic mind seems to flourish when I learn or think through creative channels. For example, I would and still do associate language with songs which have rhythm, cadence, and meaning. And words are like musical notes. So when I read a sentence, paragraph, or book, it's like hearing a song. If I read a misspelled word or grammatically incorrect sentence, paragraph, or what have you, it's like hearing a flat or sharp note. So I can spot errors in less than a fraction of a second, whether there is an extra space between words or a misplaced period marker or misaligned thoughts, or what have you. So.